Okay, we're recording. Should I put this on?
If you put yours on, I'll put mine on, but I'm usually the squinty one.
Okay, I think we're good there.
Yeah?
All right. Well, as you can see, Mojo and me, we're here, and we're gonna do some FSD testing, right?
Some comparisons between the Y and the 3, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So for those of you that don't know, these are both my household cars. My Model 3 Performance is the 2020 Model 3 Performance, and this is a long-range Model Y that I purchased this year, just a few months ago. So that's a 2023. Now, both cars, they both have FSD, and they have the FSD Beta.
Yes.
However, there's a couple of differences. The Model Y doesn't have radars, and the Model Y is on a different FSD Beta build than the Model 3,
It's
which
on
is
11.3 or 11.6.3.
okay. And then it's one of those. I'm gonna put
11.3.6.
Okay, so and then this car has a different build, which is
11.4.3.
okay. I think so. So anyway, we're gonna put them on the screen so you know the differences. Now, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go to a couple of places because there's a couple of spots around my area here that they're a little bit sketchy. What we want to see is how both cars perform on this area. So what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna leave the park. We're just gonna go to those places. We're gonna put them on the navigation so that we can tell the cars where to go. And then we're gonna take it from there. After that, we're gonna do that a couple of times. And then we're gonna do a ride to the hardware store and another ride back from the hardware store to this area. Let's see how it goes. You have any thoughts, any predictions?
You know, I'm really excited to see those spots. I've never driven on FSD Beta around here. So with your descriptions, I'm really excited to see what happens.
Yeah, so let's check it out. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Tesla Mojo, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's see how this handles it.
Awesome. Let's go. I'm gonna make a manual right here, and I'm gonna turn FSD Beta on right now. All right, this is gonna be the first challenging part. Coming out of this stop sign down the road. Let's see what it does, because it usually tends to go to the right, and it's doing it again. It's doing it again. So I'm going to disengage, and I'm going to.
I'm staying. The Y is staying in the correct travel lane.
Okay. Okay, so we got one good point for the Model Y there. It didn't do the bad thing. Let's see how things go from here on out. Okay, we're approaching the stop sign. It's drizzling, and as it started drizzling, my wipers went off. Okay, a good right hand here. Let's see how it works for Tesla Mojo.
We are waiting for some traffic to the left. We have an opening. It's hesitating a little bit, but not too bad. And we made the turn, and we're in the right lane.
Okay, all right.
So I'm going to edit the trip, or at least get ready to edit the trip.
Yeah, so mine is not slowing down for the speed bumps now. It used to go down to like 17 miles an hour. It's still going through them. So
Okay, I have some cars ahead of me, so I don't really have a way to know if it kind of sped up actually as we got to the speed bump. So I think it's not recognizing the Y is not recognizing speed bumps either.
okay, I just changed the navigation to go back to the park where we were.
All right.
And it rerouted fine. So,
Mine did not. I have to wait.
oh, I just noticed that the destination is a little bit weird. The destination is not going to be the park for some reason. In any case, I want to see how it does this right hand here. It's waiting. This car's coming. Okay. It's going. There's a bus. There's a bus. I just got stuck here because the car. Oh, wait! It passed the bus. Okay.
I'm at the light. It's red, but there's no cars coming. It looks like they have a red light as well. And now I'm going. It went into the bus. Now I'm going into the left lane. It almost went into the bus lane, but it did not. So I have no clue why I got to disengage because we're in the left turn lane. And give it some of that Tesla juice. And let me merge over here to the right. So then re-enable FSDBeta.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to end my trip so we can specify we're going to the park again. It should make this right. Let's go there. Alright, this is kind of strange. So I saw you on the mirrors and I noticed you went all the way to the far left, which was wrong, completely wrong.
Completely wrong.
Yep.
It did get to the bus turn lane for a half a second, straddled the white line, and then started going around, and that's when it started doing merging all the way into the left, which is incorrect.
Okay, I feel like we should do this this round trip again after we stop at the park. Maybe we don't stop at the park and we do it again. So see if you can stay behind me.
Okay, so I had to disengage because we have cars coming towards us, making a left turn onto the road that I'm making and wanted to go. It could have made it because the cars looked like they were staying in the correct lane as they go onto the 3-lane road, but I just didn't want to push it.
Okay, no problem. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna get to the park and I'm gonna wait for you on the same spot where we were. In a way, this is a good test because it's raining now. So we see how this thing behaves on the rain. And it did something weird here at the end. Okay, we're almost at the park. So I'm gonna get inside the park and I'll wait for you.
Mine's not going into the park.
Okay, just cancel it and pick the park manually.
There we go. We're good. And then it started beeping at me because I was looking at the screen telling me to pay attention. I'm not used to that because my Model S does not have an interior camera.
Okay, mine, the way that this entered the park here right now is awful. So, all right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna wait for Tesla Mojo here and we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do exactly the same trip again.
That right turn was really, it wasn't very confident, but it's staying in the correct lane. So that's good. But I'm coming up here on the park to my right in a second. I'll be taking the first entrance. We will see.
All right.
Making it into the park, making it into the parking lot. Oh, and we're stopping, we're going, we're thinking, I'm just gonna kind of let it go. See what happens here. It wants me to go left and then make a U-turn. But hey, anyway, I'm gonna disengage and I'll meet you over there.
All right, sounds good.
Engaged.
I'm going to engage here outside. All right.
Staying in the correct lane.
Yep. It stayed on the lane. We're gonna do this portion again, see how it goes, guys. The car just flipped the signal to the right and disengaged it, deactivated it, so it's doing it right at the moment. Let's see how it does this. Stop sign here, make a right hand turn. Watching out for traffic. There's a car coming, but it went. Okay, it's fine. The car was far. That is kind of weird.
On camera.
Yeah. Yeah, the car was far enough.
All right, good.
Okay, again, it did not slow down for the speed bump. It kept going at 31 miles an hour. Did it again here. I'm putting, as you can see, guys, here, I'm putting my hand on the wheel to give it a little bit of force so that it doesn't bug me, telling me to hold the wheel. All right. Let's see how it does the right-hand turn here again. The bus is still parked there. That's not good. But the car actually should not try to go to the bus lane anyway. I had to disengage. It was gonna run the red light. For some reason, I'm not getting the notification to send the voice message, so I'm gonna take a snapshot here. Cars are coming. I'm going to engage FSD again. See if it waits its turn. Okay, cars are not coming. Now it did it again, but it went
Very
away.
nice.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
All right, I'm stopped at the red light. We're creeping. We're looking. There's no one coming. Let's see. We kind of go into the bus lane a little bit, then we move into the far right lane, and we're turning on the turn signal to go into the middle lane. So if it does it one more time, I'm just going to go ahead and disengage. But so far, it's doing better than it did last time. Nope, it wants to go to the left again. So I'm going to man.
Oh,
All right, you're in the center lane.
my car went to the left lane. I don't know why. Now it's gonna have to cut in front of this car. I'm gonna have to disengage. I just disengaged. This wasn't like good at all.
Yep, same. Mine tried to still get in the center lane right before my right turn.
Yep. And I'm not getting the feature to send the voice message to Tesla, so I don't know why I'm not getting that right now. Let's see.
It might be because we're talking.
It could be. It could be. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I did not think about that. All right, so back on FSD, he made the turn there, so we're gonna get back to the park. So there's a few things that we can take from that. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna go back to the park, but now after that, we're gonna go to a different location. We're gonna go to a hardware store. It's a different route, and we're gonna do that route to the hardware store, and then gonna come back to the park.
So your car tried to get into the right turn lane there at the school, but it just turned on the turn signal, and the Y did the exact same thing.
Okay. I'm actually not sure what to make of that. So that means that basically they're behaving the same way, and wrongly behaving the same way, because that was the bad thing to do. And now I would rather, it's hesitating here.
The Y did the exact same thing yours did, which was creep over the white line on the right side and then come back over a little bit back towards the middle before making the right turn. It's scary how similar. My GoPro just overheated. Oh well.
Okay. This was a terrible way to enter the park, over the wrong lane. And we're going to disengage. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is gonna stop here for a second. We're gonna discuss the plan, let the cameras cool down a little bit, and then we're gonna go to the hardware store. All right, let's get out of this park and go to the hardware store. I'm just going to engage right after I take this street so that we don't create any confusion here.
That's interesting. Oh wait, no, we're good. We're good. Never mind.
All right, we're good. So what we're gonna do now is go to my usual drive to the hardware store. So we're gonna make a right hand here, and then we're gonna drive for about a minute or two, and then we're gonna take a left, where there's gonna be some S's. So a bunch of left, right turns, and then we go inside the hardware store. We're gonna stop there at the parking lot and put a new location to come back to this area. The car is creeping up. There are no cars coming, so it made the right.
All right, so I'm stopping, but I get a green light, and Mina immediately takes it. Doesn't really hesitate too much. That was really good.
All right, awesome. So now what I'm expecting is that at some point it should make the left, and it's taking it now. That's good. We need to be on the far left lane soon, but not right now, because we still have about, I don't know, like another like 1 more mile or so to the next traffic light, so we have time to be on the left lane.
Yep, and I'm in the center lane pretty much the same exact time that the Model 3 decided to move over. Yours did.
Okay.
I am getting the blue oncoming lane change, which is interesting. It's kind of coming and going though.
Okay, I'm gonna check my settings for autopilot settings. It's on chill. And I don't have the minimal lane changes selected, so I'm going to leave it like that. I think that's the same way you have it.
That is correct. I'm exactly the same.
Okay, cool. And I see that you're behind me. So I'm expecting the cars to want to take the left lane soon. Probably in another 30 seconds or 1 minute. It all depends, because right now we are 1 mile away from the next left-hand turn. There's quite a bit of traffic ahead, so I'm a little concerned sometimes when there's traffic like this, because you don't know if the car's going to have enough room to make a last-minute left lane change. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, it was interesting. The wide gear turned on the left turn signal to get into the left lane, but didn't make any move to do so, and then they canceled it. It had plenty of room to, but it just decided now's not a good time.
Okay. Let's see what happens. So the weather is kind of like nice. The sun is not glaring too hard, but it could rain any second. It's really cloudy right now. I just saw lightning.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of lightning. Now we're less than half a mile away from the left turn that we need to make. So this is going to be interesting because there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic
This is
on
gonna
both
be
sides.
spicy with the traffic and the weather. We're giving Beta a run for its money this time.
Yeah, because I already see drops of water on my windshield, so that's gonna be right on top of the front-facing cameras. We have the wide angle and the narrow angle camera, so let's see how this goes.
All right, so Beta is looking to go into the left turn lane. I can see the cars that are blue, and right behind you.
Yep.
Right behind you. Perfect amount of time, perfect amount of space.
Wow, that was really, really good.
It was.
All right, so
Right.
right now we are about 200 meters from the traffic light, maybe 300 meters. After that, like I said before, we're gonna go through that squiggly road. So a bunch of left, right, turns, and then we go inside the hardware store. Let's see if it dives in to the turning lane. Yes, it did. That was kind of nice.
Mine taking its time getting into the turn lane. Got cars behind me, but still plenty of room. I'm not. It looks like I'm fully in the lane though, but barely. It was really delayed getting over.
Yeah, let me see. I'm looking at the cameras, and you're completely inside the lane. You're just a little bit on the edge, but you're inside the lane. You have about, I don't know, I want to say like a foot inside the lane.
So maybe when you edit this video, take a look at the differences between the fender cam views on both cars, because this one looks correct.
Okay, I just opened the camera so that I have the full 3 cameras on the right side of the screen and the FSD visualizations on the left side. If you can do that, we can compare them.
Yeah. So this is the one it was showing here on the left, which is correct. But now, because I opened up the camera app, it's not opening up the turn signal fender cam anymore.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
So I just, so I think I did. I might have to disengage. Beta is trying. Nope. Stop it. Beta's trying to get into the right lane now because I turned off the turn signal.
Really? That's interesting.
Okay, now we're good. Now we're good, I think.
That was human error. If you want, you can disengage and re-engage it. No issue with that. But the light's gonna turn green soon.
I'm gonna see what Beta does and then adjust accordingly.
All right.
The blue carpet, I like to call it the blue carpet, where the car's gonna go, is on the right lane. So yep, it just too much. And re-engaged.
Okay.
It's wiggly roads.
Yeah, this is a nice one. I like to take this one because it used to be really bad in the beginning. Now it's putting the signal to take the right side lane, and it did it.
Mine did a little bit later than yours. Widened a little bit later than the 3.
Okay.
We're slowing down. There's nobody around, so I'm not too worried about it.
Well, there's a stop sign. That's a proper stop sign right there.
Yeah. That was a very confident stop. Same here. Very confident stop.
Now my car just stopped, and there's no stop sign here. There's a stop sign. Yeah, there's a stop sign in the parking lot, and the car stopped as if it was here. So, I just touched the accelerator so that it could get away from it. Tell me if it does it for you also.
It has done it, but I haven't touched anything, and we're proceeding as if it was the stop sign.
Okay. Wow. That's really not great. All right. Well, on the last stretch, that was the last stop sign for me. And now we're gonna make a right-hand turn inside the hardware store. All right, we have arrived, and well, it's just going to stop right in the front of the store. So I'm going to disengage here right now. I'm gonna take a spot in the parking lot here to wait for Tesla Mojo, and then we're gonna take another trip. All right, here we go. So we decided to go back to the same park where we were. So we're now going to leave the hardware store parking lot, and we are going to engage FSD as soon as possible, which is going to be once I make the right hand turn here. I can actually turn it on already, but I just want to be consistent. Oh, it just changed the route on me. That is so weird.
So I turned mine on already. We're being really cautious here, but it is a parking lot and it's not supported. So
wait.
Oh wow, you're going left.
This is a wrong navigation issue. So I disengaged because we're not supposed to make a left here. I see people making this left all the time, but there's a turn right only arrow right there. So I'm just gonna manually go the correct way. So
I got behind me. We got people U-turning.
Yeah, that is so weird. So I'll just wait for you.
Okay, I got a car to my left. Yep, we got a car here that's going to be making a left turn illegally. And I'm going to hit the accelerator because I don't feel like sitting here anymore. All right, and we're getting into the left turn lane. Good.
So your navigation remained correct. Mine wanted to go left for some reason.
Yeah, mine never changed, but I did engage at that stop sign in the parking lines. In the parking lot. So.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why. Okay. Well,
yeah, I did it right before you did.
Okay. Well, I already engaged FSD, and now it seems to be taking the correct route. So let's see how this goes.
Let's see.
And we have rain, so this is gonna be even nicer to do a test.
I do like how V11, you can enable it after it says it's been degraded because of weather. You can still enable FSDBeta. Version 10 and before, you couldn't do that.
Yeah, you're right. The traffic light is red, and there's people honking the horn before it turns green, which is weird. Okay, here we go. I see Tesla Mojo 2 cars behind me.
And I'm gonna yellow light, but I'm gonna push it through just so I keep up with you.
Okay. That's an intervention, but not a disengagement, which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope that your navigation is going the same direction. We're gonna make a left on Oakland Park here.
Yep, that's what I have. We're slowing down because it's a car that's doing a U-turn, but we're fine. It's in slam on the brakes too much.
Okay, cool.
And we're going, and we're slotting in right behind you.
This is interesting, and I actually like the way that it's doing it because it's not just jumping to the far left. It stayed on the correct lane that we're turning left.
That is one thing that I've noticed recently with the builds is, see, I'm going to intervene just so we go at the same time. But that it does intelligently pick the correct turn lane in a multi-turn lane environment.
Yeah. Okay, Tesla Mojo, we have rain now, and it's raining a little bit harder now. So if anyone that's watching this video has any questions about how FSD performs in a hard rain, this is it.
All right. We got to get over. Got to turn, lay on the brakes, trying to make some room here. Wow. This weather is really getting spicy.
Okay, now I have the message that says full self-driving may be degraded. Poor weather detected.
I kicked in almost the exact same second.
Okay, but it's still driving. It's still doing it. It's doing it. I'm not doing anything. It took the turning lane without any issues. So,
Yep, Mike. Going to the turn lane right now. No hesitation getting in there. It's a really good merge over.
okay, is that you behind me?
It is.
Okay, let's see. We have a red light here. The car is creeping forward for visibility. There's cars coming. The car is waiting. This is good. I hope it doesn't go because earlier it went on the other trip that we made. But this is good. Now, if there's enough space, we can actually go legally turning right. The car is still waiting. There's space now. The car went. And it went good. This is good.
Yeah. I noticed that was a really confident turn there. So now I'm waiting. And we could go. I would be going, or at least creeping a little bit more. We have plenty of stuff. There we go. Car turning right, turn right. Didn't take the bus lane. Wow, this is the brain right here.
Yeah, well, I can barely see. There's a lot of lightning. There's a storm right now falling on us. There's barely any visibility. I want to say that there's less than 100 feet visibility right now, and the car has the warning, but it's still navigating, and we're doing it correctly. So, so far it's looking good.
It almost seems like it's more confident than the human drivers on the road right now.
Yep, exactly. So this is not just a wimpy rain.
Self-driving available. Full self-driving unavailable.
Okay, mine is still going. Mine is still going. Mine just says that it may be degraded, but it's still navigating.
So I don't have an option to re-enable it quite yet. I do need to get over, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now since I feel like it. Wow, the Freak is newer version of FSDBeta, much more confident in pretty heavy rain.
Yeah. Full self-driving unavailable. It made me stop. It made me stop, so I disengaged. Auto steer aborted for system error. So it was doing great. Now it stopped. Now it gave me the ability to select it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and select it again.
Mine's saying front camera blocks or blinded.
Okay, I just re-engaged right now. I'm the first car on the traffic light, so that means that it has visibility onto the traffic light. I can zoom in and I can see the traffic light here on the screen, which is good. I can see that we're half a mile away from the next left turn. I can barely see in front of me through the windshield, but the car can see absolutely everything. It can see the cars that are crossing the road perpendicular. It can see the cars that are ahead coming on the opposite direction. And so far, so good.
Yeah, I'm back on FSDBeta because we stopped and we don't have as much rain hitting the windshield because we're moving through it. I was able to re-engage FSDBeta as well.
Well, this is a very challenging environment for FSDBeta right now, and it's doing it like nothing at the moment. So it just took off a little bit cautious right now, but it's going. There's a lot of water in front of us. The car's putting the signal, and it's taking the lane. There was enough space. We're doing really good right now.
Oh, and I got an error. We are disabled.
Okay, I'm still going. I'm still engaged. So let's see how this goes.
We're back enabled.
Okay, all right. This is the traffic light where we need to make a left. This left turn is usually very challenging because this left turn here, when you turn left, it's gonna be a turn on only lane. So we have oncoming traffic. Right now it's unprotected because it's going green for both sides, but we can turn if there's enough room. So let's see what the car does here. It should try to go when there's no more cars coming. There's 2 more cars coming. The next car is turning on the gas station. We're making the left, and it stayed on the right side. It was perfect.
Perfect. So I'm coming up to the turn, unprotected, no one coming forward. We're turning left. Let's see what happens. And it moves into the right lane. We are in the right,
Yes.
correct and right lane here. So really, really good job for Beta.
Wow. This right-hand turn here onto the park with a lot of water on the way.
Yeah.
We just made it into the park. I'm gonna let it finish the navigation all the way to the pin. And we have arrived. So I'm now going to disengage. I'm going to back up the car into a parking spot and wait for Tesla Mojo here.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri thinks that I'm talking to it, so let's turn that off. All right, this is great. Now we have my Model Y parking right next to me. Tesla Mojo, this was quite a drive. So I wanted to discuss this drive a little bit here outside with the camera, but we're gonna get really wet here. So what we're gonna do is that now we're gonna go home, we're gonna go to my place, and we're gonna talk about what we just experienced.
Sounds good. See you there.
All right. Hey, that was incredible. What an experience. Thank you, Mojo, for joining me. You guys noticed that we're wearing different clothes. This is just a few days later because, as you saw, it was raining hard, so we didn't have enough time to close the video. So, Mojo, what are your first thoughts about what just happened?
My first thoughts are it's really interesting how the different versions and the different cars and the different hardwares act, whether it's they act the same in the same situations or completely different.
Hmm. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. I agree with you. I mean, it was very eye opening because I've tried the 2 cars, of course, because they're both mine, but not at the same time. But seeing them under the same situation, same weather, same traffic, same lighting, everything's the same, how they can react differently and very differently to that matter. But before we continue that, I wanted to plug your channel. I want to let people where to find you again. So here's the information on the screen. If you have your camera, you can scan the QR code and go directly to Mojo's channel and subscribe there and follow him on Twitter with the same handle on Twitter, Tesla Mojo.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So I like to do FSD beta drives. That's the majority of my channel. I have one of them running right here in the background. And the thing that I like is having the visualization overlay on top of the roof cam, so you can see both as it happens in front of you. So I don't see a lot of people on YouTube doing that. I do see a couple, but I still have my little own spin on things.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great. You don't want to miss that. So let's talk a little bit about what happened just to wrap up the video. So we had a situation coming off on Commercial Boulevard, that traffic light where the bus was stopped, and that was like really, really weird. What was happening? It was happening different on both cars. Like
hmm
the first time I went, the car did something. The second time I went, it did it different. But then, like the second time for me was better, but then further down the road, it was worse for me. And then for you, it was totally different in both times as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. It initially it felt better on the second one, on the second time around, but it eventually did the same thing anyway. So had to
Yeah.
intervene both times.
Bad FSD, bad FSD. And then we had another situation when we were on our way to the hardware store where some weird things happened that was kind of interesting as well.
Hmm.
Um, and I want to say that I think the crazy part when the skies opened, that was insane. And yeah, and I know that if you want full autonomy, the car's not it should not stop in the middle of the road because like it stopped working just because it's raining. But we're pushing it, right?
Hmm.
And also, I know a lot of people won't even drive their cars when it's raining that hard. They'll probably park on the side of the road and wait it out. But that was not possible because we're in the middle of the traffic and it just started coming down hard. So
Hmm.
not everybody's going to be able to stop. So anyway, that was interesting. We had the activation when kind of consistent with behavior that we've seen before. But then we also had like a time when you would expect it to fail and it just kept going and turning, changing lanes and whatnot. So that was interesting.
Man, something that I see a lot online is that people are expecting Tesla to get to level 5 autonomy. The thing is, I don't think humans are even level 5 autonomous either. So really getting to that, level 4 is what I'm expecting as maximum for Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, yeah, but at the same time, like right now, we're definitely driving better than the car.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that was very eye-opening. I think it was a good experience to have those two cars doing those things at the same time and see how different they behave. So that's all the time we have for today. I want to thank you for watching the video. Thank you, Mojo, for joining me. And I
Thanks for
hope
having me.
absolutely. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video. And I'll see you in the next one.